Hi, my name is Eliezer. I am Brazilian and I am a traveler. But the funny part is I live in a van and I am in Mexico right now. And in the quarantine, you cannot leave. You need to stay inside your house. But my house is my van. So basically, I am living inside my house, but at the same time, I'm living in the streets because it's a van. I need to go on the parking lots to stay there, and I cannot go on the nature. I cannot go on the national parks because it's all closed. I cannot go anywhere. I need to stay on the streets. That's it. Yeah, that's my situation right now.
I'm on my way to Trader Joe's right now. Gotta take the necessary precautions. Got my face mask, simple face mask. I got gloves in my pocket. When I get there, I'm gonna have to put them on. That's like standard precaution right now due to this pandemic.
Sanitized shopping carts waiting for you, so don't worry about that. All right, thank you.
So right now it's just getting crazy. Hospitals are running out of supplies. Nurses are getting sick. Doctors are even getting sick. It's just a real crisis right now that's going on with the healthcare system in New York City. To say the least, it's scary. You know, we're coming into unprecedented times. It's a lot of just, meditation, just spending time with family because we truly don't know what's going to happen. Just trying to keep everybody safe.
So life in London has changed a lot. It's kind of been amazing to find out how many people live around me. So I joined a mutual aid group very early on in my community, and I've seen a lot of people volunteer their time in terms of doing deliveries for people, picking up medicines at pharmacies, calling people up. So that's been a really wonderful thing that's come out of this lockdown.
So at the moment I'm in London. Since Ukrainian borders have been closed, I couldn't go back home, unfortunately. So far, the Ukrainian government has been doing quite well, I'd say. Better than the UK, sometimes even.
As the situation is growing and the cases are increasing, they're starting to take it seriously, and they're closing stores, closing roads. They're starting to close the borders between the states. But what really concerns me about this country is that it's becoming more and more dangerous. People are starting to steal because they don't have jobs, they don't have anything to work to pay for their food, so they go and steal you. They take what you have. And for me, it's much more dangerous because I live in a van. I am on the streets, and yes. So it depends on where you are.
Another thing that probably scares me the most is that my mum actually goes to work. She works in a supermarket, so she is actually working at the moment now as well. And it's a little bit scary to think that she's sort of on the front line in a sort of sense, and she has to deal with customers, and she's a little bit older as well. So we obviously don't want her to get it. That's probably what scares me the most at the moment.
I hope that despite everything, we really learn a lot from this. I think this epidemic has really taught us that we need to be paying enough attention to the essential workers in our society, giving workers the right pay and the right protections. And I think it took an epidemic for us to realize that.
I hope we can really learn something from it and don't just, when this is over, just pretend nothing happened. Even this system, which is based on money and everything, gets screwed over by a virus. And what's left? What's left is connections and emotions and love. And
I learned that I define myself a lot through the eyes of other people, how other people see me. And I noticed that by just being stuck at home and not going in public, not seeing people, and even using social media less than I was before, I started accepting myself more the way that I am, and I stopped caring And that's something I definitely want to take from the situation and work on in the future.
In the beginning of the lockdown, I actually decided to take a step back, and I would recommend it to everyone. The pressure of... sorry, my cat. Stacy. Don't be naughty. Ugh. To be honest, I did struggle quite a lot to find inspiration to do anything, and I did feel very lost and annoyed with myself. But every day I just give myself at least 2 tasks to do, and this keeps me energized and keeps me quite creative. Just stay creative as much as possible.